Hashem al Har Sinai ve'chasehu enan sheshet yamim. The word kavod, glory or honor, is derived from the word kaved, heavy. In this case, it means worth or value, for when one weighs valuables on a scale, that which is heavier is worth more. Kavod habriut can be understood to mean the value of people. At times, one might have a very precious object in his possession, and yet he doesn't treat it properly, as he doesn't realize its value. Kavod means understanding the inherent value of every person and treating him or her accordingly. The Kavod Hashem was manifested clearly on Har Sinai when Borei Olam gave Bnei Yisrael the Torah. We know that we are obligated to give honor and to respect the Almighty. How much respect are we expected to show another human being? How careful must we be not to shame or harm a fellow Jew? Rabbi Usher Kowalski spoke of a magnificent tale, one that I am privileged to share with you. In the serene town of Landshut, Poland, amidst the tranquil lives of its Jewish community, a tale of choice unfolded, simple yet profound. At the center of this narrative stood young Moshe Schleifstein, eagerly anticipating his bar mitzvah, a momentous occasion that filled his days with anticipation and excitement. With each passing hour, he diligently honed his skills, preparing to stand before his community and recite the sacred Haftarah with the reverence it deserved. Every day, at every opportunity he had, Moshe spent the time practicing the Haftarah in excited anticipation until such point that even his siblings knew it by heart. Yet just as anticipation reached its zenith and preparations were meticulously in place, fate intervened with an unexpected twist. A newcomer to this tranquil town, not a permanent resident, made a sudden announcement. His son, soon to be wedded in the upcoming week, coveted the Aliyat Maftir on the very Shabbat preceding Moshe's eagerly awaited bar mitzvah. The shul's gabbai immediately realized what kind of storm was about to break loose, and he ran to the Rav, Rabbi Shapiro. It didn't take long for the Rav to determine that the bar mitzvah boy should have the Aliyah, for he was a local resident, and he couldn't get any other aliyah, as the actual day of his bar mitzvah was during the following week. The chatan, however, could be given a different aliyah, or he could receive maftir in a different knis, a different shul. In this shul, the mitzvah boy, the bar mitzvah, has priority, the Rav ruled. The gabbai informed the chatan's father of the Rav's psak, his decision. The father was extremely disappointed. He really wanted his son to get Aliyat Maftir on that Shabbat, and he didn't feel it was appropriate that a 13-year-old boy take precedence over his son. At the same time, the gabbai hurried to inform Moshe Schleifstein that the threat to his Aliyah had passed, assuming that the story was over, but he was completely unprepared for what was to come. When the bar mitzvah boy heard the development, an inner struggle began. On the one hand, the Aliyat Maftir was rightfully his. In fact, the Rav had ruled in his favor. Amidst the ensuing tension, Moshe found himself at a crossroads, torn between his rightful claim to the honor of the Aliyah and the opportunity to be mevater, to concede. Though he wished to cling to what was rightfully his, a deeper sense of empathy stirred within him, and with a courage that belied his tender years, Moshe made a choice that would reverberate through the corridors of time. Setting aside his own desires, he gracefully surrendered the Aliyat Maftir to the newcomer son, embracing the path of humility and selflessness. He thought to himself, this is a once-in-a-lifetime event for the Chatan, while I, Bezrat Hashem, I'll be able to celebrate 13 years many times in my life. One cycle and then another cycle. And the more years Borei Olam gives me, the more times I'll be able to, Bezrat Hashem, get Aliyat Maftir. Little did Moshe grasp the profound implications of this choice, unaware of the looming shadow of World War II and the stark reality of the limited life expectancy of Poland's Jewish populace. It was incredible. If you were to visit the sun-drenched streets of Svat, you'd find an elderly man walking about. His name is Moshe Schleifstein. Ben Porat Yosef, he's 99 years old. He still walks on his own 2 feet. His mind is clear and he's young at heart, always smiling at those around him. He's already celebrated his bar mitzvah 7 times. 7 cycles of 13 years behind him, and Bezrat Hashem, he's approaching the 8th cycle. Go and ask him the reason for his longevity, for the great gift that he merited. He survived the horrors of the Holocaust. He moved to Eretz Yisrael, raised a beautiful family, and remained healthy, strong, and vibrant. Allow him to regale you with the transformative power of selflessness, and witness firsthand how the heartfelt wish he whispered to the Master of the world, in the moment he relinquished his aliyah, blossomed into tangible reality. It's a testament visible to everybody who beholds it. The path of giving is not always an easy one to give in. It often demands a fierce inner struggle and complex decisions to be made. Yet let us remember that yielding, it's not a burden, it's a privilege. It's an act that unlocks the gates of heaven, offering us a priceless gift and an extraordinary opportunity for growth. Even when we stand justified in our position, even when others have wronged us, if we can change our mindset and choose forgiveness and forsake resentment, we refine our own character and we cleanse our souls. In those moments of surrender, when we set aside our pride and we embrace humility, the gates of heaven, they swing wide open, showering us with the abundant blessings of heavenly compassion. Mi ka'amcha Yisrael. Shabbat Shalom u'mevorach.